Hello all, Tmzoids here today, and today we're going to be talking about DMCA takedowns and the suppression of information on, you know, music itself, just games, intellectual digital property. Now first, before we continue, I think it's important we know what DMCA stands for. DMCA stands for Digital Millennium Copyright Act. In the United States, is a copyright law, of course. This was back in the 1966 and pretty much criminalizes production and dissemination of technology devices or services intended to circumvent measures commonly known as digital rights management that control access to copyright works. This is from the Wikipedia page. I can link that down below or you can Google it either way. So what does that mean? Well, these laws were made a long time ago, so if there was a movie made on tapes, as you know, or there was music on the radio that you wanted to record, you had to go in really quickly. This is before my time, but you had to, hopefully the song's about to play, so you had to get your tape ready and you put it in the your car system, radio system, and you press record, and hopefully nobody talks over it, or at the beginning maybe you got a little bit of somebody talking, and then you got the whole song now, and it was everything, they wanted to prevent this. They didn't want anybody stealing copy, and it's your digital rights. It's what it is. Now, how is that expanded to gaming and where we are now? Well, digital rights or DCMAs are seen all the time, and this is nothing new or out of the ordinary here in the gaming community and or just overall with music. I face them all the time with my music. If I have troubles with especially if I load something up from my stream, a lot of the DCMAs come from my stream music that I'm just listening to at the time, and I have to fight those, which I'll talk about a little bit later. So why is this an important topic? Well, we can go back to the Spectate Faker thing, but I think that's been overran and made so many articles, and I think people are up to date with that, and I think it's out of date. Why I bring this up now is because recently, Narzi, who's a YouTuber, which I'll link him down below, made a WT Fast and League YouTubers video. Now this video was posted onto the League of Legends subreddit on Reddit, and it climbed up its way and climbed up its way, and once it reached the front page, all of a sudden, boom, it got deleted. Now, the only one that can really remove posts at the time is mods. Admins don't really remove posts from Reddit. Admins more of the people who ultimately ban you and or kind of remove your account or anything you've done. And they do other things, of course, with the subreddit, how things are laid out and what they want to promote and all this jazz. I apologize. And so the mods removed this video, and then there was an article released from the Daily Dot, which I'll link down below, and you can read it yourself. And he talks about the League of Legends video itself that Narzi released, and how WT Fast is not really a successful company and all this jazz. And he kind of quotes and calls out the moderators for marking this as witch hunting and remove the content that pretty much was suppressed to the people. Now, I'm not really going to comment on that situation, and I'm not really going to comment on the Daily Dot article released by Richard Lewis. I'm going to talk about just overall issues with DMCAs. DCMAs are all the time, and we see this with a lot of smaller YouTubers. I face them, as I said, just with my music, and they are scary things. And I'm not going to get too much into detail here, but these are ways to bully and kind of kick people out of their position, as we saw with Spectate Faker. Azubu put a DMCA, takedown notice on his channel, and they said, we own this property. If you don't stop doing this, then we're going to take legal action. And this is a way to bully and a way to push people out of this position. And I think this is an important topic that we need to keep bringing up and keep bringing it to the surface, because it kind of gets buried. Every time this comes up, everybody's like, oh my god, I can't believe they did this. Oh, this won't happen again. It's just this company or this person. And then it goes away and everybody's like, oh, no big deal, ha ha ha. And boom, here it is again. We talk about it again and again, over and over. Why is that? We don't know. We really don't know why that is. It's because just stop talking about it. We let it disappear, and I think this is bad because a lot of content creators that can be very good at their job and do a very good investigative job and have the rights to this intellectual or digital property, as I mentioned earlier, have the rights to produce and comment on what they believe to be good or bad content on what they see or believe or listen to. Now, Total Biscuit is one that has made multiple videos on this and has talked about this many times because he himself has faced many DMCA takedown copies. And he's got a whole team, and he's got the legal team, and he gets all the team to get the permission and everything that he can use, and he has the pass, and he has to keep all the emails and everybody. He just has it all. I myself are a single person, and a lot of people who start out in YouTube are single people who, grab a clip that is free to play or whatever on Steam or whatever game may be. You play it, and it's not good. What happens is, he plays it, he reviews it, and he says, "This is garbage. This is bad." Well, if you, a lot of companies, I'm not saying all companies, and especially Riot hasn't done this yet, from my knowledge, take their power and say, put a DMCA request on it. They say, "Hey, you're a small YouTuber. I'm gonna put a DMCA request on this because you used our video, or you used part of our gameplay, or you used part of our audio. I don't like what you said." Pretty much, that's all they're doing. That's why they put the DMCA. Other than that. And see, you can appeal, and this is where I'm going to talk about because this is my process. So you can appeal it in YouTube. You click that appeal button, and it gives you a few reasons, and you check the one that you want. And you could be like, "I gave credit," for me it's music, so "I gave credit to the author down below, he's in my title, and I'm willing to, I listened to ads, it was on Spotify," you give all the reasons, right? And you have up to a month for the person to respond, which is the company most often. And if they respond in the month, they either say, "Hey, it's okay, we'll remove this claim," or "Hey, no, we're sticking with this claim." So I'm going to go a step farther because I've had this problem. So, like I said, just as I explained, it was Twitch music. I uploaded something from my stream. I said, "Hey, I got this from Twitch Free Music. Amazon says it's okay. It's not going to get audio recognition." I put it up on YouTube. Now I'm getting these claims. I listened to ads at the time. All this jazz, right? I put this all down. This guy comes back because it was the same artist with several different songs, and it just said, "No, we're sticking with our claim. You need to remove these songs," right? And that was pretty much my whole stream clip, and I was like, this is kind of frustrating, irritating. So I was like, okay, well maybe I'll fight it again because I have legal rights and I know the copyright law to some extent, and and you click that appeal. And this is where it gets scary. This is where it scares a lot of YouTubers, and a lot of YouTube content disappears, and a lot of articles disappear because they face these, and they don't have a legal team. They don't have this major backing from other professional journalists or whatnot within the industry. You click appeal again, and YouTube says, "Warning, at this point, you can get a copyright strike on your video if you do not have the proper proof and fight well. And if you lose, you'll get a strike on your video, and that will be always on your, not your video, but on your channel. And it will be always on your channel. And if you get up to 3 strikes, you can be eventually banned or removed from YouTube and cannot use YouTube services anymore." So you're like, whoa, 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 okay, that's scary enough. And then 2, they warn you of legal action. They said from this point on, you're going to have to take legal action. You may have to go to court, blah, 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 blah. And that scares another person. Like myself, I don't have money for a lawyer. I don't have money for courts. I don't have money to fight these battles. And I don't have the proper legal backing team such as Total Biscuit or whatnot. That has this bag and has these people that have all the emails and the permission, and they have all of the sources for them. It's scary, You don't want that. First, you don't want, if you're a YouTube creator, you don't want that strike, so you end up removing the video or removing the audio altogether. Or you do fight this and you do lose, and you have to pay the legal fees and pay those repercussions from the lawyer, and you still get that strike. So like I said, you can get up to 3 strikes, and then your YouTube channel either gets banned or pretty much done posting videos. And either you have to make a new YouTube channel, or you're just like, "I give up on YouTube," which a lot of people do. They get bullied. Now, why is this part? Why did I bring up the Narzi video? Well, the Narzi video talks about these League of Legends streamers and the influences that it doesn't have with the WTF, right? that they kind of trick people and they're manipulating people and they kind of bribe them. All in one video, in 3 minutes. It was a nice short video. Made it to the League of Legends video, and as soon as it made it to the front page, because it got uploaded so many times, it gets to the front page of League of Legends, which is right when you load into the League of Legends, there's a front page, and you can read all the articles if you don't know how Reddit works. And it was reaching the top, and once it reached the top of the front page, it got removed from the mods. And we're like, whoa, whoa, why is this? And the reason that was given, like I said, is from witch hunting. Now, witch hunting is, is out to, kind of get somebody, and we're like, hey, stop supporting this company. Hey, why aren't we fighting raising hell? Hey, this is blah, blah, blah's address, and you should go there and picket it. Or, hey, you should throw eggs at their house, witch hunting, or giving out personal information and kind of condoning this bad action, which Reddit does not approve of at all. Well, they gave this reason, and then eventually things have surfaced that a sponsor from WTF, or WT Fast, I should say, came forward, which was Voyboy. It's known now. His post is up there, and he says, "Hey, I don't really like how this post is presented, or this video is presented. At first, it makes some solid points at the beginning, and then it talks about streamers and whatnot, and how it's just there for money, and there's no real solid evidence, and I'm not really liking this, right?" So the mods decide to remove it. And this is where the problem comes into hand. Problem happens again. It goes back to the Spectate faker thing. It goes back to many people who've reviewed games and reviewed music or reviewed certain things overall. You get these DMCA takedowns and you get these suppressions of opinions, and you kind of don't see them, and the public is lied to, not really lied to all the time, but the public opinion doesn't know both sides of the story. All you see is these great, beautiful things that are about this company, and we'll just use Riot as an example. If you read reviews on Riot out, Riot's a great company, Riot does this, Riot has this, and you really don't see negative reviews, then what's going to stop you from buying that game or trying out League of Legends? Nothing. Nothing's going to stop you at all. But when you have negative reviews or you have a conflicting idea, you have to read into it. And this is really important when you're buying products. If you buy a product, you want to know both ends. If you're buying a new video card for your computer, you want to know, hey, what's the pros of this video card? Are there any cons? The video card gets too hot. The video card's very loud if you don't like loud video cards. The video card doesn't can be overclocked to this much if you're planning to overclock it. Blah, 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 blah. There's lines on my screen, everything. And if product reviewers did this, and game developers do this all the time, and people on Reddit and whatnot suppress your information, you don't get that side. You just see how it's great. WT Fast is great. This game is great. This game is great. This game is good. This article's good. There's no negative connotation in this article. This person's great. But that's the problem. The influences of mods, and I'm not saying the mods are bribed or paid for, because I made a post, which I will actually go to right now. The post is from the mod. He said, hey, here's the ordeal. He's like, WT Fast, what the fuck are the mods doing? And he makes this lengthy post, and he says, you're not, none of us have been bribed, and the community here, we're trying to work on the health and the betterment of the community, something like Riot would give us, which is kind of funny in my retrospect. But he goes through this and he says, so the WTF thread, I'm just going to read this for quote. Okay, so the long story short is of early history of the thread that was posted, get a whole pile of upvotes and a decent sized pile of reports. I don't have numbers on either of these things for the earlier stages because reports get erased when a mod action is taken on thread and don't store time-based voting data. For a while, dealing with the thread was ignored. In fairness, nobody liked dealing with the 50-tone elephant in the mod queue, but we're well aware that we're making a large group of people unhappy whenever we remove something from the front page. But when a mail comes in, this is when Voyboy voiced his opinion to them and said, hey, this article is kind of wishy-washy, kind of bullshit. That kind of kicks their butt. They'll force a decision. Now, that should not force you a decision for mods, and this is my main overall lasting point I think I'm going to make of this video. I apologize. Um, I don't think that, if a company messages you and says, hey, we don't like this. It's negative to our company. It's negative to what we stand for. Giving us negative reviews. We're dealing with a lot of repercussions. It just puts a lot of people in bad light. Not just us, but these are all the people that sponsor us, and there's not a lot of proof. I want this removed. Now, I don't think that a moderator then should remove it. I think it should stay up. It's going to be controversial. It's not going to be liked by all, but I don't think that that it should be something that influences your decision one way or another. And if you've looked at it before and you've gotten the reports, as they mentioned, several reports, they looked at it. They're like, hey, there's nothing wrong with from a mod report. Hey, but let's continue here. The mod also continues and says, the mod mail usually comes from somebody who is connected to the topic who cares deeply about it, which is Voyboy. He's partnered and affiliated with WTFast. There was no exception. Voyboy, sponsored by WTFast, if I understand correctly, sent us a message. I'll point out here, it doesn't matter who messages us. It could be Kipo, or Crepo, sorry, not Kipo. Twitch get to me. It could be you, or it could be user XXX Dankadonger Daily 420 XXX. The same exact thing will happen. I can only speak personally, but more than half the time I don't even look who sent a mod mail. I just write the reply. Anyway, once a thread is pointed out to us, everybody who currently around will have a look and weigh in with their opinion on the thread. Keep in mind, we all do different things. I'm a mechanical engineering PhD student. We have lawyers, teachers, TLDR. We're all very different. So not everybody will be around for every thread. These thread discussions are very rarely unanimous. The outcome of the particular discussion was the red didn't belong here or should be removed. And should be removed, sorry. And so it was. So it was talking about WTFast, and it is related to League of Legends. It has a lot of League of Legends partners. It brought one of the driving communities to the forefront of this. If one of your main, biggest partnerships are with League of Legends streamers, how is this not related? And I'm not trying to point out the mods, but this is the same PR bullshit we get all the time. And we get this from time to time. Threads get deleted. We get the mod PR response, and they give you this wishy-washy kind of response, one that you want to hear, but at the same time you don't want to hear. It's like, hey, we robbed a bank, but we're $50 richer in retrospect because we gave money back and the bank gave us $50 and it all worked out. Maybe that's a bad example. But in retrospect, they give you this PR bullshit. People, rile their tail feathers together. They get mad, and then everybody's like, "This is bullshit." This shouldn't stand. And then it disappears again. And that was the main point of this video: is that once again, here we are. YouTube created content gets to the front page of Reddit or wherever it may be posted on a mod forum or another forum. Mod forum, why did I say mod forum? Any forum or even YouTube itself, and somebody didn't really like the response, and somebody really didn't was interconnected with the whole ordeal. And they said, hey, we need this to be removed or need to be suppressed. The content gets removed and or deleted from, like I said, wherever it may be, Reddit or forum of any sort, YouTube itself. And we don't want this negative connotation on our department. And I feel like this is a big issue. This needs to keep staying on the forefront. And we need to not witch hunt. If this ever did get posted somewhere, I don't want witch hunt, but I think it's important that this is always in the back of our mind, and we should always support our content creator. It should be supported that wherever it be posted, we should always give lots of support, spread the word. If it gets deleted somewhere, make sure to repost it on Twitter, repost it on your Facebook. If you really truly believe in the article, and if you really and truly believe that it was wrongly suppressed, make sure it gets heard, make sure you send it elsewhere, and make sure other people hear about it. But that is it. Sorry for the lengthy video. I ramble a lot. I apologize. But that is it. Narzi, keep doing what you're doing, buddy. Good article from Richard Lewis. Total Biscuit, keep doing what you're doing. Everybody that is a content creator and is a smaller video and just ran across my videos, keep doing what you're doing. Don't be bullied out. Don't be bullied by the company itself or somebody that's sponsored by the company. And I'll post all the links down below. If you enjoy this, make sure to write a comment with yourself, retweet, favorite this, wherever the case may be. Like the video, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube. I'm Tmzoids, and I'm out. Bye, guys.